I'm sad, I'm frustrated. It's okay. So that's how we're starting today's show. Starting today's show on a very sad note, full of frustration. But that is the only thing that I can come up with. And I'm gonna be with you guys shortly. I just want you to go ahead and invite as many people as possible and share the video if you can. That's my only request to you. And we are going to go into today's show. A lot of you guys already know what's going on. Okay, it's all about the news. Sowore was not released today again, and yeah, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the next thing that we have to do, and also talk about the protest that is planned for London. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Like always, let me know if there is anything that is not right. Let me know if you're not hearing anything. If anything is not right, just let me know, please. I know you guys monitoring here. Let me know what's going on. We're doing this broadcast a little early today because of what has been going on. I normally broadcast at 10 a.m. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 p.m. I normally do this broadcast much earlier. We're having this much earlier than normal because of the situation in Nigeria. We needed to follow Nigeria. There's something I want to do while I'm live here before we even go on. Archbishop of Canterbury's office number has been made public, so I want to try to reach them because what is going on in Nigeria, there is no way I think we should keep quiet. Okay, so I want to know. My focus now has been shifted to London, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I'm monitoring the situation in London. We're planning a protest for Thursday, and people are wondering, Chidi, why? Because just like we have said before, we already knew it, that whatever we do in Nigeria now seems to not have any effect anymore. So that's what is going on right now. So I'm going to place a call to the Archbishop of Canterbury in London, and I'm going to tell them that they're on live radio. If somebody will pick my call. So you guys listen. I'm calling the number of the Archbishop of Canterbury in London right now. Okay, I'm going to take down the music. Hello. A live broadcast right now, and I'm here to let you know that there's a lot of people listening to this call. Are you comfortable with that? Oh, the call is about I'm a member of the Take It Back movement, and I'm a Nigerian living in Toronto, Canada, and I know that recently the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, paid a visit to the Archbishop of Canterbury and is actually reckons himself as a friend of the Archbishop. And so to tell um, uh, tell or get a message across to him that we think he owes it as a responsibility to Nigerians to be
Okay,
able
let me
to.
speak with someone who does Trisha's work. Hold on, please.
Okay, thank you.
You've reached Owen Morgan at that price. I'm not available at the moment. Please leave a message.
Send your message now.
Hello, so my name is Dr. Chidi. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada. I wish to, on behalf of a lot of Nigerians living in Canada and living all over the world, bring your attention to our dissatisfaction with the way the president of Nigeria is treating the citizens of Nigeria. Citizens of Nigeria, there is so much oppression from the government and the president himself, and we see that he regularly visits the Archbishop of Canterbury, and we believe that the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Anglican Communion in all over the world believes in justice, believes in fairness, and teaches the doctrines of our Lord Jesus Christ. We find it very, very difficult to understand why he should be associating with such a person and he's not able to communicate these things to him. We are wondering, is it that the Archbishop is not aware of the atrocities that Buhari is committing in Nigeria, or the government of Buhari is committing in Nigeria, or that he's aware of this and he keeps quiet? I am aware that he has lived in Nigeria. He has been a head of a Shell oil company in Nigeria, so he's very aware of the situation in Nigeria, and that's why we are very, very concerned about that. Hello? Hello?
Leaving a message and exit the system.
Difficult to. Sorry, I was interrupted. I would like to end my message here. Again, my name is Dr. Chidi and I'm calling from Toronto, Canada. I'll be calling you again to try to catch you on the phone and deliver greetings and Nigerians who feel the way I feel. Thank you so much. Bye bye. So I'm going to call again now. I'm going to call again right now because they just put me to. You connected me to a voice message, but I wish to speak to someone directly.
Can I just stop you there? I did not put you through a voice message. It rang, but if they don't answer, then it goes to voice message. I'll try another extension. Hold on, please.
Good afternoon, Max Pastor. Who's speaking?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Dave.
I know it may be difficult for me to have a direct link to the Archbishop of Canterbury, but what I'm calling about is actually very, very serious and very urgent, and I needed his attention.
Right. Okay. Is there anything I can help with? We do have an email address that you can contact, and that would be picked up by our correspondence team who handle all requests.
Well, just to let you know, it's a matter of life and death, and I wanted to put him on notice. Actually, as I'm speaking to you, a lot of other people who are involved in this are listening in. I need the Archbishop of Canterbury to know that his friend Muhammad Buhari, who just visited him recently and who is always calling on him, is a dictator, is putting the lives of Nigerians at risk right now. Omoyele Sowore, El Zazaki, and a lot of other people are in detention in Nigeria against their will. Actually, Omoyele Sowore has embarked on a hunger strike, and nobody is sure of his state right now. So we demand that the Archbishop of Canterbury reach his friend and ask him to release Omoyele Sowore, who has already been granted bail by a court of law. So we wonder whether the Archbishop of Canterbury is aware of this, or he is just deciding to keep silent about this and continue to receive Muhammadu Buhari, who he has all the time claimed to be his friend.
Well, I'm not quite sure why your call was directed to me. I'm not really
But this is the Archbishop of Canterbury's office.
Yes.
And I'm a member of the Anglican Communion. I was confirmed in the Anglican Communion in Nigeria, and I'm sure that the Anglican Communion is a church of our Lord Jesus Christ and believes in fairness, in justice, and the tenets of our religion.
Yes.
And I don't believe that the Anglican Church will stand by and see anybody's rights being denied them, or even protesters being shot with live bullets. I don't think that's what we stand for.
No.
Okay, so why are you keeping quiet?
Can I give you the email address, and then?
What? See, the reason I'm calling you is because people are dying. Okay, and I just want to put you guys on notice. I want to make sure that you got this message, and we will wait to see how you respond to this. I need you guys to do your investigation. The Anglican Church is strong in Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari just visited the Archbishop of Canterbury. We are actually going to be protesting. On we're going to be protesting on the 14th. We will be protesting on the 14th of this month in London. So even though we're going to send you an email, I know your website, but I needed us to do something that is more drastic about it. That's why I'm calling you. I am happy that you picked my call. I appreciate that. But just to let you know that this has gone beyond just bureaucracy. As this morning, the Directorate of State Service was shooting live bullets at protesters who are demanding for the release of a journalist who the court has already granted bail. How can you justify that? I am not sure if the Archbishop knows about it. He is going to condone it, or he's going to say that he's in support of that.
Well, thank you for calling and for bringing this to our attention. I think the best way forward would be to send an email through. Have you got a note of the email address?
What is your email address?
Okay, so it's contact, that's CONTACT.
Yeah.
At Lambeth, LAMBETH,
Yeah.
Palace. So it's all one word. Lamb's Palace.
Okay.
.org.uk.
Okay. So contact at lambertpalace.org.uk.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Should I attention anybody?
Somebody will be able to pick that up and direct that to the appropriate person. So you can direct it to the Archbishop.
Okay, but if there was an emergency and it was a matter of life and death, because someone has embarked on a hunger strike, we've not heard from him for the past 6 days. We don't know his situation. I hope you will not have to wait for an email. You will do everything within your power to see that the Archbishop gets to know about this. And you guys do your due diligence by investigating.
All I can do is recommend that you send the email through.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
All I can recommend is that you send the email through and.
But I'm just saying, just in case I do not have access to an email facility, at least you acknowledge that you have this information. That is very important to me.
Yes.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
My name's Ruby.
Your name is Ruby?
Yes.
And what is your designation, please?
Sorry?
What is your status in the office?
What is my... I'm a personal assistant.
Okay, you're a personal assistant to the Archbishop.
Not to the Archbishop, to one of his advisors.
To one of his advisors?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruby. My listeners also have heard what you have said, and I really want to acknowledge and I want to thank you for picking my call. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Guys, I don't know what is still happening. I don't know whether the music is off, whether the music is on. I've just been so pissed off at everything. I don't even know what I'm doing. If you can hear me, just let me know. If the music is still on, let me know. But I don't know at which point you guys had my conversation with them. But that's where we are at now. I just called the Archbishop of Canterbury's office, and the number is out there, and I hope a lot of you will try to call them. There's also an email that they gave. I'm going to try to also release that email to. I'm hearing that the voice is muted. I don't know if the voice is. Okay, they said the voice is echoing, so I'm gonna try to shut down one of the. I have the mic from the desktop and the mic from the. I have audio coming from the mic and audio also coming from the desktop. So please let me know if it is okay now. Is the mic okay now, guys? Please. Guys, please do me a favor. As many of you as are hearing me, please go ahead and call the Archbishop of Canterbury. Call their office. As many people as possible should call and let them know what is happening. If they put you to a voice message, please make sure that you drop a message to them. They have an obligation to. If we shut their system down, there's no problem. Their official number is is because some of you may not be, you may be you may not be able to watch what I am saying because of the challenge that you are having. But please, the number to the Archbishop of Canterbury is +44 2078981200 +44 2078981200. Please call that number and let the Archbishop of Canterbury know what is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, please, my state of mind right now is affecting the way I am conducting I'm doing the broadcast today, but you also have to bear with me. This morning, Tuesday, in Nigeria, no public holiday. It is working hours. The bail conditions for Omoyele Sowore has been met. There is absolutely no excuse for DSS not to let Omoyele Sowore go free. They lied through their PRO, Afunanya. They issued a statement to the whole world that they have released Omoyele Sowore and nobody came to pick him up. Omoyele Sowore embarked on a hunger strike. There's been appeals from his family. There's been appeal from elders, from those of us who are his friends. We've appealed to him that he should please stop this. This is hunger strike, because it's just messing all of us up. It's not it's making us angry. We're infuriated, but the thought of him passing out, or the thought of them allowing him to die there, it just haunts us. So we've appealed to him. I heard that there's a possibility he might respond to this appeal, because a lot of appeals have come from very strong quarters. So we are very, very hopeful that he's going to backtrack on that. But all the conditions that are needed to make Omoyele Sowore walk free, as guaranteed by the same constitution of Nigeria that every person who thinks they are intelligent, who thinks they are right, has told us to follow. We have met all those conditions. But this morning, the DSS, first they came with the army to protesters who were protesting why Omoyele Sowore has not been released. They came this morning with the military. They tried to stop people. They resisted. They gave Deji Adeyanju 1 million naira. He showed it physically that somebody gave him this 1 million naira to stop him from trying to embark on the protest. He collected that money and he showed it that this is the money they gave me. And Deji vowed, he said, listen, I have received Jesus Christ. I'm born again now. I'm ready to die. If they want to kill me, let them go ahead. But he showed that money. He said, this is the money they gave me. This same morning, DSS, when they couldn't push people aside, they started beating them up. When beating them up could not work, they started shooting them. Started shooting live bullets at them. We have these videos. We have pictures. They confiscated the cameras of journalists that were there. Premium Times was there, Channels TV was there, Sahara Reporters TV was there, a lot of other journalists were there. They beat them up. Now, the question I want to ask those of you who are Buhari supporters, the question I want to ask those of you who are APC supporters, The question that I want to ask those of you who hate Omoyele Sowore and you hate Dr. Chidi and you hate all of us, the question I want to ask you people is, are you okay with what is going on? And if you're okay, I don't understand. What are we running on? Are you okay based on the fact that the government and DSS are working in line with the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Or are you saying it's okay because they are acting based on the rule of law? Or are they acting based on international standards governing people's rights? Are they acting based on the United Nations Charter of Human Rights, where people's rights to freedom of association, freedom of speech is enshrined and guaranteed in that United Nations Charter of Human Rights? So what are they operating on that you really are supporting them and you're saying they are correct? I know some of you are here, and I really welcome you to lecture me. Honestly, that's what I want. I want you to lecture me. I want you to make me understand, because I'm not understanding anymore. I need you to really explain to me what is going on in Nigeria. What I see that is going on in Nigeria, let me give my own side of the story. I see autocracy. I see Nigeria has slid to a situation that is worse than the time of Abacha. Yesterday, a journalist of Premium Times was arrested. Do you understand what is happening? There is nobody that is still writing the truth about what the government is saying in Nigeria that is still working free. Any news media, any mainstream news media that is still reporting the truth has been shut down. Tell me, except you're compromised. Look at Channels TV. Channels TV is neither here nor there. You can't be in two places at the same time. That is why Channels TV is still on. Because almost on a daily basis, second by second, you will see the special assistant to the president on media. He will go there to talk. So, Nigeria is finished. Femi Falana told us that he has been reliably informed that the reason why DSS, you see, these are the analysis that when we give you, you say, no cheating, let's just pray and just not do anything, let's pray. And I'm saying, you guys are making this our God and our Lord Jesus Christ. You're sabotaging him. You're making God and Jesus Christ look like they are not effective. You're making it look like when we pray, God doesn't do anything. So you're saying, let's just pray. And I'm telling you, let us watch and pray. Don't just pray. You need to watch and pray. That means when you pray, you need to open your eyes. You need to look at, that's just a literary meaning. That's not exactly what it means, but watch out for what your enemy is planning. You need to be a step ahead of them. That's why we come here and we analyze the situation for you. And we say, look, based on what we see on the ground, based on these people's body language, this is where this thing is going. That's why we are telling you this. We say, this is what is happening. I want to apologize to a lot of you who are just joining now. I started much earlier. I know that a lot of you will also join at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But we had to start early enough to be able to tell you what is going on in Nigeria. We analyzed for you that DSS does not have any plans to release Omoyele Sowore. They plan to hold Sowore till Buhari is no longer the president of Nigeria. Go and write it down somewhere. I said it in my videos last 2 months. From when Omoyele Sowore was arrested, more than 100 days right now. I have said it multiple times in my video that this government does not plan to release Omoyele Sowore. A lot of you keep saying, don't be negative, don't be negative. No. Analyze this with me, and based on Femi Falana's submissions. When Justice Taiwo, let me even go back a little bit. When they arrested Omoyele Sowore, they were supposed to charge him to court. Femi Falana filed an injunction and said, okay, you have held him for 48 days. You have held him for 48 hours. That is what the law allows, that you cannot hold him beyond. So based on that, I need you to charge my client to court. Immediately that happened, in fact, he summoned them to a court in Lagos. DSS quickly filed, they just rushed and filed a case against Omoyele Sowore, because you cannot keep somebody without filing a case, without accusing them of anything. They filed a case against Omoyele Sowore, and in that case, they claimed that he met with Nnamdi Kanu to plan to overthrow the government, that they have people sponsoring them from outside Nigeria. They also claimed that Omoyele Sowore was in Dubai, at a meeting in Dubai. They submitted that to court. Based on that, they now went to court, and when they went to court, they asked the judge that, please, we need 90 days to be able to do our investigation. By this period, they didn't have anything. So what did they do? The judge granted them 45 days. Within that 45 days, they did investigation, and they realized that the meeting that Sowore had with Nnamdi Kanu in New York was not going to hold any water, that their case was dead on arrival based on that evidence, because the video was out there. It was no hidden thing. So they couldn't use it. They dropped that one. Sowore's wife now said, oh my God, my husband has never been to Dubai. They opened Sowore's passport, because they already have the passport. And then they didn't have the passport. But when they heard Sowore say, look, I've never been to Dubai, the wife said, I've never been to Dubai, they dropped those two parts of the accusation. When Falana filed a suit against, challenging them seriously, they went to court. The first day the bail hearing was announced in court, they came there and they said, hey, we are not ready, we need extra days. The judge said, no way, I gave you 45 days. Within that 45 days, you did not ask for extension, you did not charge him to court. And remember, Buhari was supposed to be at the United Nations, and we went and we announced we were coming there to meet him. We went and protested at the Nigerian embassy in Washington D.C. and also in New York. Yes, I think it was the United Nations headquarters. We went to the United Nations headquarters in New York and protested, and Buhari was already there, and it was big embarrassment to them. Immediately that happened, they quickly went to court again. And when they went to court, Femi Falana told the judge, these people don't have any case. There is no reason why my client should be held in detention right now. The judge said, yes, it is true. This application you people are bringing today in court does not hold any water. He threw it away. In fact, they went and withdrew it by themselves because it was a sham. He now ordered Sowore to be released immediately. You know what DSS did? They renegated on that order. They did not respect that order. They held Sowore. They held him for how many days? Held him over the weekend. And the next thing, they got a new judge and they went to court again. Abandoning Justice Taiwo, abandoning his bail conditions, abandoning that whole court. And then we came to Justice Ijeoma's court. They did all their gymnastics. Let me also report that as I speak to you today, Jalingo, they fortified the place with heavy security. The men that brought Jalingo to court, the prison officials, they did not allow them to enter the court. The journalists, everybody else was driven out of the court, and the people who are testifying against Jalingo, if they are still there now, the people who testified against him were actually kept behind a screen. So they did secret judgment for Jalingo today. I'm just trying to paint a picture of what is going on in Nigeria, just trying to make you think along with me and see why we are thinking the way we are thinking. So after all their gymnastics, they messed the judge up in her court. And when the judge tries to just recover from the coup that they did against that judge in court, when the judge tried to recover and take back her court, she now said this case will have to be postponed. And when the case was postponed, that same day, Femi Falana made the court and everybody understand that the bail conditions for Moyele Sowore had been met 100%. And he was confident that they will release Moyele Sowore that day. When the court finished, their thinking was that from court, Sowore will now be let out. But DSS took Moyele Sowore back to detention on that court day. That's what happened. And up till they went to court on Wednesday. Thursday, they happily went in the morning to try to receive him. They said, no, this paper was not signed. That one, we did not receive the paper, blah, blah, blah. But they received the paper. They waited till later in the evening. That day passed. Falana released a letter saying, look, these guys, you are holding my client. You got the letter. Stop lying that you did not get the letter. This was happening on Friday. They waited until around 3, because they normally close by 3:30. Around 3:30, Afunaya, the PRO, now released a statement saying, no, we are sorry. We have received the letter. We are not saying we didn't receive the letter. We are law abiding. Moyele Sowore is free to go. It was just because nobody picked him. Right now, everything is met. Listen to me, Friday. So by Saturday, then I said, okay, if everything is ready, if they even published in the newspapers and to the whole world, I'm sure they'll be embarrassed not to do the right thing. Saturday, his supporters went and they couldn't even let them in. Of course, they said they don't work on Saturday. Sunday, they don't work. Monday, it's public holiday. Tuesday, today, they shot them with live bullets. Do you not now see where this is going? My thing is, we told you this a long time ago. We knew. We are not acting like we don't know. We told you, we knew. So what else must it take for you to really understand what is going on? Nnamdi Kanu They went there to shoot him. They killed 36 men inside his compound. They went to a civilian's house. Civilian, not unarmed civilian. You went there, not with the police, not with the army. You did not go with regular military guys. You didn't even go with the military people, military men from the cantonment there in Aba. No. Not even the ones from Sowore. No. Not even 82 division in Enugu that is close to Okiwe. It's just about 82 division to Okiwe is how many? Just about 2 hours. Less than 2 hours, 1 hour plus from 82 division. You didn't go with those people. You had to bring these people all the way from the north to come and shoot and kill Nnamdi Kanu there in Umuahia. So these guys are ruthless. They are ruthless. They don't plan to release Omoyele Sowore. So a lot of you, and some of you will even still be here talking and yabbing me and saying all of these things. I'm telling you, my brother, just let us stop fooling around. There's no more time for all of those things. If whether you call Nigeria a zoo, and I've told you people to stop doing that because it is disrespect to animals in the zoo. Every time you call Nigeria a zoo, then that means you yourself, something is wrong with you in the head, because the animals in the zoo are organized. The animals in the zoo, they obey a time. There's a time to clean their cage. There's a time for them to eat. Everybody stays in their section. The birds fly in the air in their cages. The fishes stay in the water. The lions stay in their own space. That's how they do animals in the zoo. But Nigeria is not like that. It's not. The president is not the president. The secretary is the president. The president, when the president is not there, the constitution says the vice president is the president. But when the president is not there and they need to sign a document, they enter the plane and go to the president in London, and they move the vice president from Asu Rock to somewhere in town, and they remove his aides, 35 of them. And that is not a zoo. That is even worse than a forest, because in the forest the lions stay where they are supposed to stay. I'm telling you, in the forest, everybody knows their place. Monkeys stay up, fishes stay in the water. Everybody knows what they are supposed to do. That is, a forest is planned very well. Nigeria is not even a forest. It's not even a jungle. So for those of you who are branding Nigeria, go and study and come up with a better name. This is your zoo. No, they work again. Anyway, back to what I am saying. It is time that all of us, I don't care anymore. If me saying it is annoying you, let it annoy you. Yes, I am an Igbo man, but just let us just lay aside this Biafra thing, this zoo thing. Let us lay aside this Ududuwa thing. This one. If Nigeria, when I say Nigeria, it pains you, just use something and block your ear. We are going to fight for injustice. We are fighting for ourselves. Forget about what anybody did to you in the past. Forget about who betrayed you. We are all fighting the same cause. This thing they are doing is just an indication that they will do it to your own person. Whether you believe in Biafra, whether you believe in Nigeria, whether you believe in Oduduwa, whatever you believe, whether you're Christian, whether you're a Muslim, they do not care at all. All they care is about themselves. So there is no need for you to be fighting with anybody. No. All of us are down here now. All of us are down here. Who are you? Why are you fighting the person that is facing the same thing that you're facing? Why? The same person that is going in the bad road, the same person that doesn't have water, the same person that doesn't have light. Why are you fighting them? The same person that they are shooting, the same person that they are kidnapping. Why are you fighting each other? Does that make sense? They are laughing at you. No, they are laughing at you. When was the last time you saw your local government councillor? When was the last time that you saw your member of House of Representative? When was the last time you saw your local government chairman to ask them questions? No, you don't see them. So these are the ones, they are all together. The only class that we don't have, the middle class. What we have is the rich class. Just those criminal class. After them, everybody is settled. And like when you pour sand in the water and the thing is cloudy and everybody is thinking, that's what we normally do. We're thinking, all of us there, you're rubbing shoulders with them during election. They give you t-shirt, give you cap, you can call them. You go on crusade, go on rally with everybody and all of that. I contested, so I know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, just like that murky water, when that murky water settles, when it settles, what do you see? The whole dirt is at the bottom. That is what has happened after all this election thing has settled down. You look in that murky water. The top part of the water is clear, very clear. You can't see anything, no particle. Every other thing, yama dirt, is settled at the bottom. That's where me and you go and stay. Anyways, it is time for us to move our attention from Nigeria, because you see that these people are ready to shoot someone. They are not what that. They shouldn't kill any one of us. They shouldn't. Our attention should move to the diaspora. Why do I say this? Because it is the diaspora that when something happens there, it affects them back home. How do I know? Because these are the people they run to. It is here. I live in Canada. This is where they come to buy houses. They have houses here. And we know these houses. They have houses here. They have investments here. So if we succeed in making Canada say, you know what, we don't want to see any Nigerian government official here, it will affect them. If UK, that our President Muhammad Buhari is always going to all the time, if UK says, no, you are a bad man in your country, don't come here and hide, it will affect them. If even they get small yam to eat, just the people that ate small yam, the yam still choke them for throat. So even based on the yam eating thing, some people are afraid to now come. When was the last time you heard that somebody came to the diaspora to eat yam? Nobody's coming to eat yam again. So that's to show you that whatever we do in the diaspora affects them in Nigeria. So listen now. There's a protest coming up on the 14th of November in London. Now this protest is where we have gathered. We've gathered everybody together. Everybody who has a grievance with the government of Muhammadu Buhari, everybody who feels that this government is not good, we are all gathering together to let the whole world know that we are tired of what is going on in Nigeria. We're gathering to make the whole world know that I'm going to try to paste details about hold on, I hope I'm getting it. There's it's not the Eventbrite that I want. I just want, hold on guys, I want to put the details for and Erica can also help us to put the details for the protest. Now this is the protest that we're going to be having on the 14th. Now this protest is called Occupy Buhari in London. He has gone there for medical checkup, medical treatment, whatever he calls it. And we have we have said no. You cannot be in London and enjoying yourself when your country is upside down. And so we want to let everybody who is supporting him, who is giving him access to medical treatment in London, to know that he did not build any hospitals, he did not maintain any hospitals, and people are dying. How can you just be entertaining him there? And so, contrary to what a lot of you thought was not possible, we have joined forces. With the Islamic Human Rights Commission in London. They are going to issue a statement pertaining that we have joined forces with the indigenous people of Biafra in London. They are on board and they are getting ready for the protest. We have also joined forces with the Take It Back United Kingdom. They are getting ready. We have also joined forces with Free Sowore Now project in UK, and everybody is warming up. Planning is being done, and we've put so many people, the British police knows about it. Unless Muhammadu Buhari runs away from London before the 14th, he's supposed to be there until the 16th. He is in London right now. He went to visit the Archbishop of Canterbury. It is interesting to note that the Archbishop of Canterbury lived in Nigeria for a very long time. And he was actually, I don't know his position in Shell, but he worked as a big oga for Shell in Nigeria. So I'm beginning to wonder, when this guy was in Nigeria had this issue about pollution and, human rights abuses by the oil companies when the Archbishop of Canterbury was in Nigeria. And Muhammadu Buhari used to be Nigeria's petroleum minister. He was petroleum minister for Nigeria. And right now, he is still the minister for petroleum for Nigeria. So I'm wondering, this visit, every time he's in London, he goes to see the Archbishop of Canterbury. This is my conspiracy theory, and I have a right to my opinion. It could be right or wrong. But this meeting, is it really maybe about business or deals that, can only be transacted or concluded when people are seeing each other face to face? Is it about that? Or is there something to it? That's why we have been calling him. That's why we have been sending messages to him. We will also put out in the newspapers that we have been calling them. That's why when I call them on this live show, I made them know that I'm calling you on a live show. You have a right to say no. You have a right to say you will not take the call. But they acknowledge it, so I have not broken any law. I told them that you are actually being called on a live show, so people are listening to you. It is being recorded. This is how we'll continue to. We have also written letters. Frederick Odorige had also written letters to let me show you who he wrote letters to. But he wrote a letter that was sent around to a lot of people, a lot of high powered companies. I mean, not companies. A lot of offices. Okay, let me read it. It's from Comrade Frederick Odorige. Comrade Frederick Odorige is the convener of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. And he said, be informed that on Sunday, 10th November, by 4:30 Nigerian time, a letter has been published. And this letter was forwarded to the United Nations Human Rights Commission, the European Union, their headquarters both in Nigeria and where the headquarters is, United States Embassy in Nigeria, United Kingdom Embassy in Nigeria, the CNN and the BBC. These letters were forwarded to them, and there are also letters have also be forwarded to so many other places, and that is what we're doing. So like I said, we are focusing a lot of our attention in the diaspora, and trying to make them know what is happening in Nigeria. We can no longer condone human rights abuses in Nigeria, and that is hampering our development. That's why we are not going anywhere. That's why smaller countries that were just suffering from, countries that you couldn't look like Kigali, look like Ethiopia, look at what is happening in these places. But Nigeria is still struggling with human rights abuses. Nigeria is still contending with the cabal. Nigeria is still toying with the lives of its citizens. So now if you protest, if you just protest without anything, they shoot you with live ammunition. And you that is in Nigeria, you are still saying that what we are doing is wrong. I don't know the kind of God that will judge you. So please, I need you to do me a favor. If you have anybody that is living in London, living in London, please go ahead and send this message to them that there is going to be a protest. Tell them that the protest will start from 10 to 4, but there will be a press briefing at 12 noon. At 12 noon, there will be a press briefing. This press briefing will be, excuse me please, let me take a drink. So this press briefing is going to be all of the organizations who are involved in that protest. We're having a lot of organizations also reaching out to us, and we are talking about including them. The bigger the better, the more the merrier. If you have any grievance against the Nigerian government, if you know there is something that is going on that is not right, come and join us. It is not where anybody is saying, oh, you know what, this one is only us, we are the ones organizing it. No. If you are there, it's also citizens, concerned Nigerian citizens in UK are represented. If you are a Nigerian citizen, if you are a black person, if you are an African, you fall under the umbrella of a concerned citizen in UK. We invite you to this protest. It is going to be huge. It is going to be huge. It will be covered on CNN. It will be covered on BBC. It will be covered in every major international. It will be covered on Al Jazeera. So the government of Nigeria knows right now that it is going to happen. So it is not secret. You don't have to go tapping people's phones. You don't have to go playing all the hanky-panky you're playing in. And let me tell you guys, I see all your emails. I see all your fake calls. I see all your fake calls. In fact, you even called while I was there. I know it. I know when I see it. You think Chidi is stupid? You joke with me at technology. You see, you call me and you put what do you call it? You say you didn't do it well. You put unknown. See, you put unknown, and yet your number was showing under. And when I pick the phone, you refuse to talk. I see your number here. Plus, I won't call it now. So you don't change. Keep calling me. I know, and I can also do a backtracking on you. Both your email, I can backtrack and get the ISP of the place you're sending it from. I know they're abroad. They're abroad though. I'm telling you, not be here that they invent the thing where they use. So, but it's a waste of time. Well, that's not what we're after. We're after releasing our man that you are holding. Okay, so you keep doing what you're doing. We will keep doing our own. So guys, that's really what I have for you today. Please just go ahead and tell everybody. Let us focus our attention on London. Let us make it big. Let us make our mark. They cannot shoot us in London. They cannot block us. They cannot stop us. Yes, they can do all of those things. They can harass us. They've already intimidated us. They gave 1 million. In fact, let me talk about this. Somebody sent me a text and said, Brother Chidi, how come lawyers are not protesting? How come lawyers are not saying anything when the judiciary is being silenced? Is it possible that they too have been bribed? Because Deji was given 1 million. Deji was given 1 million to abandon the protest. And they said a lot of people who were supposed to have joined the protest could not join. So if Deji got 1 million, are you scratching your chin like I'm scratching and wondering whether some lawyers of the Nigerian Bar Association did not get some money also? So we are indicting members of the Nigerian Bar Association, and we are wondering, are you guys not seeing what they are doing to your department? Are you guys not seeing how you guys are being messed up? Do you know what Femi said? Let me my friend Adeyemi Adefemi Adefemi. I hope it's because I just call him Femi, and is it that Femi Adeyemi? Oloru Femi Adeyeye. You know what he told me? He told me, he said, Chidi, he said very soon lawyers won't have clients anymore. Why would I pay a lawyer to represent me in court when I know that the decisions of the court will not be obeyed? People will just pray to God or visit herbalists for justice. Exactly. Why would I go and depend on the law court to grant me justice when I know that whatever is done in court is not going to hold any water? So very soon people will not need the courts anymore. I'm telling you the truth. So Nigeria, we are going to now shift our attention, even though things are happening in Nigeria, even though we'll mount the pressure there, but from now to the 14th, let us focus on London. I see that if we all zoom in to one place, if we all direct our attention to London, it will make more impact. So if you know anybody that is living in London, if you know anybody that is living in London, if you know anybody that is living in London, I said it 3 times so that it will sink in, you need to tell them to come out on the 14th. Even if Buhari likes, let him leave London on the 13th. Even if he likes, let him leave London early hours of the 14th. We will still have that protest. Unless before that protest, they come and demolish that whole building. Even if they demolish that building, we will do that protest on that street, on that piece of soil in front of 22 Camden Avenue or Camden Street. I will post it now again. I'll continue to post it. Even if they go and remove everything, it is still, even if they go and remove that street, even if they scrape the road in front of number 2 Camden Hill, London, we will be on the untarred road. Whatever you do, as long as that street still remains, we will have that protest, whether Buhari run or no run. That place is called Abuja House. That place, every Nigerian has authority there. It is our piece of land. Okay, we have gotten permit from the British police. There is nothing now that is holding us from holding that protest. I know right now the Nigerian High Commission will be writing. You tell them it's terrorists that are coming there, blah 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 blah. If you like, call us any name, we will still be there. So that is the only thing I'm pleading with you. Spread this information around. It is on it's on what do you call it, Eventbrite. It is on Eventbrite. Share it with everybody on WhatsApp. Everybody is in. I'm not joking. It's not you guys know me very well. I don't beat about the bush. I took my time. We did our due diligence. We talked to everybody. We waited for them to give us the green light before we start talking about it. Let me reiterate again that everybody who we mentioned before, when we released it, we said the people that were marked in asterisks are the ones we are still waiting to hear from. I want to announce to you today that as I speak with you, that the Islamic Human Rights Commission is involved in that protest with us. They are demanding for the unconditional release of El Zakzaky based on three court orders. DSS and the federal government of Nigeria have disobeyed 3 court orders, just to show you that this is their mark, this is their nature. This is their nature, this is who they are. That letter that was written, it was just that Afunaya trying to, just like, what's his name? Lai Mohammed talking. Can you imagine you listening to Lai Mohammed talking? Liar. Somebody say you're listening to Lai Mohammed to be able to pick out the truth from what he's saying. The only time that I have seen Lai Mohammed talk is when he talk a lie. The only time I've seen him told a lie in his whole life is when he opens his mouth. The same thing is now applicable to Afunaya, the representative of DSS, the PRO. He opened his mouth. He lied to the whole world that look, they didn't do this one, they didn't do that, they are law abiding, and yet today they defied everybody. They defied the law courts. They disrespected the law court. And so they are asking for the release of El Zakzaky. The Islamic Human Rights Commission, they are involved in the protest. Take it back in the United Kingdom. They are fully, let me tell you guys, just like every community, every organization, every party, every movement has its internal problems. The Take It Back movement in UK, let me just clear the air, they had their internal problems. Up until now, they were not even functioning. But do you know what happened? The situation of Omoyele Sowore touched a lot of them in their heart, and they are now abandoning whatever issues they had in the past as an organization, and they are all coming together under Take It Back UK, and they are organizing this protest. You guys know Citizen AY. They are mobilizing seriously. The Free Sowore Now group in UK, they are mobilizing seriously. Concerned Nigerian citizens in UK, they are mobilizing seriously. The Afenifere group, you all know who they are. They are mobilizing. The reason I can talk about these people, you guys know, it's not that my credibility is like this. It's not like I say I'm anybody, but that my tiny credibility, I just can't mess it up and just come and talk just because I want to gain popularity or because I want to make the protest look big. No, I am talking on the authority that is vested in me by these groups, by way of them being reached out to and them responding in the affirmative and in the positive concerning their participating in the protest. I can stand on that authority to call the names of all of these people. I can tell you that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are fully in support, and they are going to be live and direct in that protest on the 14th of November. Now, tell me if this is not a wind of change that is blowing through. Tell me if it's not that revolution that we preached about and people said it was not possible. You just tell me that that is not what is happening right now. And that's why I'm telling, if you just come here to open your mouth and say, hey, you're talking bullshit, oh boy, go sit down, my friend, that, blah, blah, blah. Please just lay that aside now. We are serious now. This is not, this one's, I'm telling you, we are not laughing in this one. After this, you will see, Those of you who all you want to do is pray, I acknowledge you and we need you now. Just pray for that day to come to pass. Because once that happens, we are sending a message to everybody all around the world, all our brothers and sisters. What we are doing is that we are breaking that yoke that is making all of us see ourselves as, enemies and fighting. They are laughing. Whenever they see us laughing at each other, cursing each other, yabbing each other, saying, you're a fool, nonsense, go and sit down, Bara will like you. I'm telling you, whenever they see that happening, they are happy. Do you know what scares them? What scares them is when they see IPOB and Take It Back movement and Islamic Human Rights Commission. These people are doing what? Did you see, just because two young men, Omoyele Sowore and Nnamdi Kanu, sat down together in a restaurant, open air, just because they sat down in a restaurant and they were talking and chatting, this federal government started running up and down. They are planning to overthrow also. They overthrow, lock them up, lock everywhere, overthrow. They are coming. Israel is coming. Chineke, did you hear? Nnamdi Kanu, Israeli Mossad, we are finished. Everybody. Just because two people sat down in a restaurant. Imagine when the two people, their representatives, their followers, now actually meet together. That is it. That is the beginning of the collapse of that administration. If you like, call it that we want to tear you down. If you are already, we tear down. We are already down now. We are already down. We are already on the ground. I'm telling you, we are already on the ground. So I don't know where else you want us to go. Somebody keeps telling me, Chidi, this thing you're doing, don't you think this thing is belittling? Don't you think, Chidi, this thing you're doing, don't you think you're below this thing you're doing, Chidi? It's degrading. This thing you're doing is reducing you. I say, me, reduce. Me, I'm already on the ground now. You see me. You think if I care anything about my reputation, I will come and say, solidarity forever, we are marching side by side, holy, holy, holy. You think if I care about my reputation, I'll wear beret, orange beret, and tie bandana? You think I'll tie bandana and sit in front and be like, let me tell you something. If I want to talk about prestige, if I want to carry myself up, I will tell you that I hold not just a master's, I hold a master's degree in architecture. Go and see what it takes for somebody to go and read 8 years to become an architect. It's not easy. Architecture has been ranked as the highest course to study in the world. I studied it. I'm married to a woman who is also an architect. Let's talk about prestige, whatever. Name, nomenclature, prestige, whatever you want to talk about. I have a doctorate degree in divinity. Does that still satisfy you? I'm a member of the Royal Canadian Institute of Architects. Do you understand? I'm a member of Ontario Association of Architects. I am a chief. No be this chief wey una dey get from abroad. Just go and buy the chieftaincy dress, wear red cap, carry fan. No. My whole village, those of you who follow me, you know it. I'm a chief. I'm a titled chief in my village, the real one, traditional chief. Our king put it on me. I'm a chief. So I'm not a small boy. And in age, I'm not a small boy. I just turned 50. So what else do you want? I'm with humility. I'm a big man. Not telling anybody. I'm a big man in overseas. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the Omoyele Sowore, who is in incarceration at DSS, is just no. Did I forget to tell you that I was a governorship candidate in the last election? So you should be addressing me as His Excellency. You know why I said all this? To tell you that Omoyele Sowore, that we are doing this for, is also a prominent Nigerian. He has a company that is worth $10 million. That's what Sahara Reporters is worth. I don't want to begin to talk so much about him and so many other people who are incarcerated. So this is not about who you are. We have left all of that to do what we are doing because we want to see the salvation of our people. So I am proud to do what I'm doing, and I will do it sitting down on the ground. I will do it naked, stripped of everything that I am. So all that is not, you cannot use that to get me. Take everything, take all of it away. What use is my chieftaincy if I come to the village and there is absolutely people are hungry, there's no hospital there? Which kind of chief you want to? Why do you want to parade yourself as a chief? How do I want to say I'm a pastor, Reverend Dr. Chidi? How do I want to fly that all over the place when look at what men of God are doing in Nigeria, raping the citizens of the country and parading themselves worse than criminals. A special apology to every man of God who is still doing the work of God in Nigeria. You know very well how you are going to be rewarded. You know that God is blessing you in your closet. You may not be the ones that people hear about. You may not be the popular one. You may not be the one in all the network. You may not be flying all over the place with jets. But you know that you're doing the work of God. We'll continue to bless you. We'll continue to pray that God sustain you and your ministry. But for all those of you who are liars, who are doing fake ministry, the thunder that God will send down on your ministry, they've not manufactured it. The way you people will just disappear, they've not manufactured it. And whether you're doing it as a Christian, whether you're doing it as a Muslim, whether you're doing it under Babalawo, all of you that are taking from people who are already down. So remember what I'm trying to tell you is that all of us are already down. All of us are already down. If, see, me, I'll go remove my shirt for you. I'll go remove my shirt. I'll go wear singlet, tie my bandana, fight. I'm still a young man waiting. Anyhow that people, if you want us to speak the raw language, I was a bros, forget that, forget. Anyhow where you want. If you work out anyhow, you will see anyhow. We go say, make you live and make you come, make you see. When it's time to talk like that, we will talk like that for you. When it is time to pray, I will go on my knees and I will call the wrath of God on you because I know who I am in Christ Jesus. I don't joke with my Christianity, and don't you ever come near me. When it is time for us to be diplomatic, we will be diplomatic. We have access to government. We have access to who is who. When it is time to talk, we will talk the talk. I have the technology. I know the technology. I am smart. That's why I am doing what I'm doing right now. So we have been blessed. We have been equipped for this journey. So stop telling me I'm degrading myself. I am belittling myself. It is reducing my, what's this word that I keep forgetting? No. Has nothing to do with that. So we will continue this thing. Just know that, like I say, a lot of you say tell Omoyele Sowore not to be doing the hunger strike, and we say that a lot of people have appealed to him. A lot of people and we're very, very hopeful that he is listening, because these guys, I'm telling you, they are happy. You see, the kind of people you have in Nigeria, there are ways that things are done, and people respect what you're saying and what he's doing. But these guys in Nigeria, the way they are, the method we need to the method we need to use on them is a little bit different. And we somebody said, Chidi, you are old. Please, you see, just I beg, don't make me laugh. What did you think? Think I was 20 years? Don't let me conk you on the head, though. If I use, why do you think I do all the proverbs that I use here? Thinks I'm a small boy. A lot of you say, Chidi, I don't blame you. So especially some of our mothers, when you call me, say, Chidi, look at your children, no. Chidi, you're still a young man. Chidi, I say, Auntie, I'm not very Chidi, go and sit down. At least you're still in your late 30s. So you need to be careful, oh. I beg, Chidi is not in his late 30s. Chidi is an old man. Chidi was born in 1969. So please give me small respect. I beg. Anyways, so we need to adopt a new strategy for what we're doing. Yes, somebody said I have emailed the British Prime Minister and many members of the Parliament contract. Please, can you just help us and just share things for us here? Just share things. You're even talking about me. You think it's only me? Everything that I am, everything that you see me is multiplied, because my wife is Doctor Mrs. So my wife is architect, doctor. No, I didn't start it. My wife is chief architect, Dr. Mrs. Erica. Why? Because she's the wife of a real traditional chief. She is Lolo. We're still trying to get, because I don't want to give any kind of Lolo name. We're still preparing her Lolo name. But right now, she is Lolo. So those of you, when you see her, don't just say, oh, that's Erica, because we live in Canada and she's doing all this. She was born here. You don't even know that she was born here. Me, I'm the one that is Paco, that was born in Nigeria and imported here. Erica is the original Canadian citizen. Her father was a professor here when he gave birth to her. So that one, our original. She has a master's degree in architecture, the same university I went to. Hey, Lions and Lionesses. She went to University of Nigeria. She's an architect. She's a member of Royal Institute of Canadian Architects. Yes, and Ontario Association of Architects. Yes. She is anything where say I be. So when you see me, they do like this. They say the bed where they dance for roads. When you see the bed they dance for road, make you just the waka they go your own way. Oh. Something there inside bush they beat the drum for that bed. So when you see me, you see my face. See my face. This is not my real face. So my oga behind, where they put the fire for my engine. If that one handle you, you can't even survive. So she is also a Reverend Dr. Erica. So you see. That's why they operate like this. Is double. You get the one way they see, and then we get the one way they for behind. They do anytime where she come out. That day, see, be like this. Something could be. I'm just saying that to let you know that you guys need to appreciate and recognize that I do what I do because I have a wonderful wife. That's a bonus broadcast that I just gave there. But just let you guys know. But please, guys, go ahead. And I have two wonderful kids. My daughter. I don't even know what she's turning into. That one, a firecracker. What that one is going to do, I don't even know. My son is another. God has so blessed me. I don't even. That's why because of how much God bless me, I can't stand injustice. I'm willing to lay down my life to see that somebody too gets what they deserve in life. That's why I do what I do. I don't even know how I got into that. But please post anything that you know about all of these people. Somebody say everyone begin to contact Chika Omona. He's a member of UK Parliament. Notify him about Omoyele Sowore. Yes, please. Let's begin to contact people that we know. If you have any contacts and you're here right now, please post it for us. Post numbers of people in Parliament. Post numbers of anybody that we need to write to. Let us mount pressure on these people. Let us remember everybody who is being oppressed in Nigeria. All of them, we have to mount pressure for the Nigerian government to do something. It's going to be 10 o'clock here very soon, and I know a lot of people are going to sign in at 10 o'clock. So that's why I need to extend this so that at least they get to hear what is happening. Someone says, please post the Archbishop of Canterbury's phone number. The Archbishop of Canterbury's phone number, we had already posted it, but I'm going to try to find that again and post it. Let me get the phone number of the Archbishop of Canterbury and post it to you. I'm going to post it very soon. We're going to post the Archbishop of Canterbury. I called him. I called their office. It's not like I was expecting that he will be the one to answer the phone. Of course, there are protocols, but let us just keep on. I'm going to post it right now. So okay, somebody posted it already. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Julius Sokoje, for posting. And remember to put +1, and remember to put plus when you're going to call, please. Let me post it again and do the right thing. So remember to put plus in front of the 44. Let me put. Yeah. So now I've done it well. So please just call that number. That is the number in there. You will see that number. Just call the number and let us complain. You can call and leave a message, because that's what they're going to say. They're going to tell you that they will direct you to someone. So please do that. And if you are just joining us right now, we've been talking about the protest that we have in London on the 14th of this month. And please make sure that you invite people to that protest, and it's going to be a mega protest. That is what we have been waiting for. Finally, this government will know that we are not joking. All these things that they are just toying about with our lives, they will finally know that no, we ain't joking at all. This is just the beginning. After this, there's going to be more collaboration. Maybe they were when nothing was even happening. When nothing was happening, they were claiming that something happened. Now, I guess they will see the real thing that is happening. People just met over coffee and let me also paste this. Somebody says, Dr. Shish, don't be surprised that a Christian organization here in Manchester wrote the British Parliament about the herdsmen killing the farmers, and they replied us that it's a case of two fighting. No, we already know that the British government is turning the other eye, but we'll continue to do what we're doing, because this is in the diaspora. So we will continue to do. Someone said, I salute all the comrades at the DSS headquarters Abuja. They shot at our comrades. They shot live bullets at them today at DSS headquarters. Have you noticed I didn't finish my analysis. So now what DSS did after Judge Ijoma's court order that they should release Omoyele Sowore on bail, they are keeping Omoyele Sowore now, And what they are doing is that they are looking for evidence. They are bugging all the phone numbers of followers of Omoyele Sowore. They are bugging, they are breaking into WhatsApp groups, they are doing all kinds of things, they are building evidence, they are sending people to me, they are sending people to everybody, trying to get us to say. Some people say, they start by saying, me, that thing they are doing to Omoyele Sowore is not. But see, you can't fake it. By the time I talk with the person once or twice, because I know some of them are right now listening as I'm talking. The funny thing is, when I begin to talk about Omoyele Sowore to you, and I try to I have a way of getting into your heart, and I try to reach the compassionate side of you. They don't want to break. That's when you see them dodging it. They will dodge some questions. I will know this person is sent. And after a while, I'll just block their number. So they are trying to filtrate. But even when they filtrate, there is nothing illegal that we are doing. So they are not infiltrating. They are just trying to build a case. They are trying to plant something that is not right, so that they will say that it is. But it's not working. It's not working. They just come and they want to be able to establish that it is terrorism. They want to establish a case of treason. They just want to finish Jalingo's case quickly and imprison him, and they are using that as a test case of what to do in Omoyele Sowore's case. Today, in Abba Jalingo's case, they tried him in secret, and they made sure that even the people that brought him from prison could not even enter the court. No journalist, nobody was allowed to enter the court today in Abba Jalingo's case. And they are no longer talking about releasing Omoyele Sowore at all. They are no longer claiming that anybody. No. What they are planning is to accuse him of something new. And you will now hear them say that the reason why we cannot release him is that he has case on Thursday. So we cannot release him. The judge has approved. They'll go and get a cutting judge right now. That's what they're doing. So the next thing you're going to hear is that there's an injunction asking DSS to hold Sowore and bring him in court on this day. Then they will bring him in court that day, and the judge will say, no, you are to be remanded in custody for this number of days pending when this. That's what they want. They don't have any reason right now, no excuse to be holding him. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Someone says, what about the Brekete family, human rights in Abuja? Please share their number with me. Please. Someone said, if you can bombard the British Prime Minister. The only thing is that the British people are battling with Brexit, and they are campaigning for election. So it's making them a little bit worry about what to delve into. Everybody's being careful. Politicians are politicians. Now that it's election period, nobody wants to say anything that will cost him his vote or cost his party their vote. So that's why you're not hearing them responding like they should be. And we already know that the British is biased. The British is one of the problems that we have in Nigeria. So we are not unaware of all of these things. So guys, if you just joined in right now, I'll just advise you to scroll down all the things that we have said and know where you missed out. I'm gonna have to go right now, but I want to thank all of you. I want to acknowledge everybody who supported what we're doing here. I want to acknowledge everybody who has been sending us messages. I want to acknowledge all of you. I want to say that you guys are the reason why, in spite of all the discouragement, in spite of everything, we continue to do what we are doing. God bless all of you, and God continue to keep you guys for us. Please don't you ever stop praying for Omoyele Sowore. Don't you ever give up on this struggle. We'll continue to do whatever we know best to do, and we have the assurance that one day our prayers will be heard. And so on behalf of all of us in the Worship Media Studios of Toronto, Canada. This is Chidi saying, I still love you. Bye-bye.